Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zephyr. Like the wind I go and like a man I come. And today, I have come to review a game called Power to the People and to see if it's worth playing during your downtime. Power to the People is developed by Hermes Interactive and published by Crytivo. Before I begin my review, I would like to give my thanks to the publisher Crytivo for granting me a key to their game, Power to the People. The blaring trumpets and rapid xylophone sounds from Power to the People main menu subtly give off the feeling of an outworldly royal procession. The task you are about to undertake is not a saintly endeavor, but there is no doubt it is going to be a royal mess. Power to the People is first and foremost an optimization simulation resource management game that primarily focuses on the power production of a city builder. It doesn't bore you with stories or missions, as it doesn't have either of those, nor are you required to colonize and build a self-sustaining city like the ones in Anno or prevent the collapse of society such as Frostpunk. What it does allows you to do is to build and manage a massive power grid for multiple cities at the same time. Hearing that alone sounds like chaos is waiting to ensue, but play the game long enough, you will come to recognize that the chaos is nothing but a white noise. It is all about staying ahead of the curve in the Power to the People. The city demands power, so you build the necessary facilities to supply them with said power, and ensure you have a surplus for random events and buildings popping out of the blue due to the ever-growing growth of the city population. And the tutorials make it abundantly clear on how to set up a power production facility and facilitate that power to the people. This simple gameplay loop is the core strength of Power to the People, yet it possesses a decent amount of challenges as the weeks goes by. A static land and a small town lays before you in Power to the People. A small town that will gradually grow to be a metropolis city due to its ever-growing population, along with a small number of new towns being established as time passes by. Because of that, you don't need to worry about building residential structure or supplying your facilities with manpower. What you do need to worry about is whether you like mathematics. Calculations are needed for you to optimize your power supply without overgrowing too much power from a single facility. Along with the fact that the city is constantly growing, a single facility is not enough to meet the ravenous power demand of the people. The city growth is constant, but the rise of new infrastructure is random. You will never know where the new buildings will pop up from or the direction of the city expansion. Hence, there is always a need for a buffer for a single power line, in the likelihood of new building being built along that one power line. The repercussion of not having a buffer and straining your power line to the limit will result in a snap along the power line, or in the worst case scenario, the power production facility will blow up in flames. Either situation will result in a low profit margin for the day. So, a small amount of foresight is required in Power to the People for you to reduce spending money on repairing your facilities. There are numerous types of power production facility for you to draw your power from, including clean energy. And it is irresistible for a renewable energy supporter to not harvest every type of clean energy there is. The problem is, you are limited by your starting funds. The upfront cost of green energy structure is significantly more costly than your usual conventional energy facility, and the amount of power produced is lower as well. Depending on the type of energy you want to harvest, it does not produce a reliable source of power due to the constant change of the environment and cosmic body. The upside to it is the low upkeep and power production costs. Hence, in the long run, clean energy is a more profitable venture provided you are able to overcome the steep upfront costs. With that being said, that is all there is to Power to the People. There is no clash of ideals between using conventional energy over clean energy, no backlash when you switch over to the other form of energy mid-game. You can say that the citizens in Power to the People are very practical people. As long as you provide them with electricity, they do not care where you grow your power from, but what they do care about is the pollution produced by your power production facility. The word pollution is an elegant term for saying breathing the smell of a monopolized power industry, because you are the only one around that is providing electricity to the people. Now, all jokes aside, pollution in Power to the People is very simplistic and have a negative effect to your customer satisfaction, and when the overall satisfaction of your customers across all the city drop below 50%, it is game over for you. The only way to prevent this is to ensure your facilities are built far away from the city as possible, but this is a solution that will only work on paper. The size of the map is fixed, and what is not constant is the city's size. It is growing bigger and bigger as time passes by. You can move your facilities as far away from the city as possible, but the city will eventually be within your pollution range. Coupled with the fact that your power production facilities can only be placed at fixed locations, it is impossible for the people to avoid the smell of a monopolized power industry. Capitalism. Here is what I found to be odd in Power to the People. Your solar panel, wind turbine, and hydroelectric facility produce pollution, and that begs the question, how? I am not an expert in renewable energy, but I do know for a fact that both solar and wind energy does not contribute to air pollution, and they have a very minimal impact to greenhouse gas emission. So, if you are hoping for some sort of realistic simulation of pollution, you won't get that here. And another thing I find to be odd is how the game scoring works. You are given a limited time frame to show off your performance. With several green energy infrastructure being made available to you, you would think that at the end of the level you would be scored based on your efficiency, how you conserve power, and so forth. But that is not the case. You are judged by how much money you spend on your infrastructure. The more money you throw, the higher your score will be. You can build redundant facilities all over the map, and it will still contribute to your high score when you complete that level, which I find to be a little bit nonsensical. There are room for improvement, though that is just my personal opinion on the subject matter at hand, and my suggestions are mostly quality of life improvement. First off, there is no restart the level option. So when you have a horrible start, the only way to restart the level is to go back to the main menu and select the level you want to play again. I cannot see why this is not available, and that this is a nice quality of life feature to have. Second, after you have reached the end of the day, you will get a daily report on your performance, but once you close that report, there is no way for you to pull out that report again for you to see. It would be nice to be able to refer back to your previous performance so that you can plan ahead better. On that same note, it would be nice to have a more detailed report or breakdown for your management performance, such as a performance report for each city and power production and earnings report from your facilities. Lastly, other than the initial city, the subsequent city popping up all over the map is at random, so a little bit of luck is required for you to have an easier time. It would preferably be better if the appearance of the subsequent city on the map is fixed, instead of randomly appearing all over the map with every new playthrough. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Power to the People, and you can get the game for $14.50 or your region equivalent. Can I recommend you getting Power to the People for $14.50? To the gamers that are constantly chasing after the next hype game, and even to the general gamers population, no, I cannot. However, I can recommend Power to the People for those who love city builders genre as a whole and lover of indie games who are looking for something different, something unique. Considering the criticism that I have for Power to the People and its asking price of $14.50, I rate it 6.5 out of 10. Within its own city builder genre, Power to the People is no doubt a solid 7.5 for its uniqueness, and it would be rated higher if it weren't for the issues I mentioned earlier. My name is Zephyr, like the wind I go and like a man I come, and now it's time for me to go. Thank you for watching all the way till the end, and if you enjoyed the video, do subscribe and leave behind a comment down below, as I would like to hear your thoughts about the video. If you'd like to see me play the game first before it ended up as a review, feel free to follow me on my Twitch channel, as that is where I play all the games that I have reviewed in the past, both indie and AAA. Stay safe, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in the next video. See ya!